Happy New Year! I exist now! Hello all you wonderful people of the internet. My name is Danominator, and it feels really good to finally be able to say that. You guys have no idea how long I've been wanting to do this, unless you know me personally, and then you do know how long I've been wanting to do this. A while. Over the past few years of my life, I have felt a serious call to video editing, and I haven't exactly gotten to it because I've had a lot of working on my computer. Setbacks. But now it's a new year, 2018, I've gotten all my computer bugs worked out, and I'm finally ready to begin. Begin what, Dan? I'm so glad you asked. First of all, let me get a couple things out of the way. Obviously, my name is Dan, and this is my YouTube channel. I take interest in a whole lot of things, including video games, TV shows, especially animation like Disney, and occasionally DreamWorks, I suppose, and other kinds of media, especially video game music. You'll find a whole lot of content regarding all of these things on my channel, but I do want to branch out into some other unexplored territories for me personally, as the channel grows. That might take a while, so, bear with me. There are a few others on this channel I want to introduce you to, but they're kind of all doing things at the moment. They'll be around at some point. I have a couple of robots, a hamster, a few more robots. I have a lot of robots for some reason. I'm sure they'll be all here to help at some point, but for now I figured I might as well start with just me to keep things simple. After all, this is my first video, and I'm not exactly sure how people tend to do introduction videos. Is it like a big grand thing, or does everybody just go, "Yo, what's up, it's me. Welcome to my channel." I'm gonna make it a point to never sound like that ever again. So content-wise, you're going to be getting a lot of stuff based off of my favorite console in the world. If I can get it over here, the Nintendo 3DS. This console has been a pretty big deal to me for a long time, as most people who know me have figured it out already. I usually have this thing on me, mostly so I can street pass others, but also to be able to play games with my friends. This DS in particular has been through some really interesting adventures, including one that has led it to look like this. I glued the thing back together, but we'll see how long it lasts, and until then, this will be the focus of a fair amount of my content for a while. I've been wanting to talk about a lot of games, review quite a few, and when I say review, I mean 3DS exclusive reviews. I want to look at these games as they are on the 3DS, without looking at anything that they might have come from before. When I say that, I'm basically not going to view it as a port. I'm going to view it as its own game. And hopefully that'll give you a reason to find something original here on my channel, because obviously video game reviews are everywhere, and being original in this genre can be extremely difficult. I'm not trying to revolutionize the genre, I'm just trying to fill a spot that I've seen for a while. The 3DS is kind of overlooked in terms of some of the games it gets, because a lot of them are either inspired or, ports, as we're calling them. As a matter of fact, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Now, that does not mean I am blinded by nostalgia, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for Mario games especially, if you couldn't tell. There we go. Now you can tell. I am an extreme Mario fan, and not just because his games are great, but because I just love the idea of this plucky little plumber jumping around and saying "Yahoo!" for no other reason than to do just that. I know he's supposed to rescue a princess along the way, but come on, does anybody even think about that anymore? So let's see, the 3DS, Mario especially, what am I missing? Oh, other kinds of media, how about TV shows, movies? I want to be able to talk about all this stuff, especially animated things. Like all the great adventures that we saw this year. Oh boy, 2017 was not a great year for movies. Oh, thank goodness that's over. I probably will end up reviewing a few of the movies that came out last year just because I have very strong feelings about them. But I'm gonna stick to the 3DS for a little while just so that I can get my bearings. Among other things, I'd also like to talk about some of my favorite kinds of music, including video game music. Possibly do an original series of shorts of some kind. And that's about it for right now. I don't have my year planned out, I don't have a regular upload schedule planned. I just want to get the spare time in that I can to make these videos and also put some true quality into them. Obviously this is going to be a work in progress, and yeah, I know, the lighting in this room kind of sucks right now. I'm still working on that. For now, I'm just glad to be here. On the interwebs, the great unknown World Wide Web, which is, of course, a lot more known now, but there's still some space for unexplored territory, and I would love to explore it. I know that there is a lot of work to be done here, and hopefully I'll get the chance to make things look a little more professional as time goes on. For now, I'm just glad to start. And 2018 seems like a really great calling for that. I've finally gotten myself in a decent spot in my education. I have a great camera, I have a great collage back here with me, and I have a great number of people supporting me on this. Guys, thank you so much. I could never do this without any of your encouragement. Without further ado, I declare this channel open. I don't know how I'm supposed to end a video like this because this is the gateway to the great beyond. So, without further ado, I suppose I should talk about what I expect my first video to be. Mario, the 3DS. Where could I possibly start? Need to narrow it down a bit to something that isn't original so that I can show you just how these reviews are gonna work. I got one. Do you like creating things? I certainly hope you do, because for my first video game review, we're gonna be looking at Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS. This is the start of a great adventure for me, and I am really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to your comments, your criticism, your thoughts, your ideas, and your general discussions on what you think I'm doing, and what we see happening in the gaming world, and whatever else I happen to talk about. So, without further ado, let's go!